is Dundee captain Luke McCowan. Definitely been talked about today. Is he one that you guys could envisage would make the step up and be a good player for Celtic?
I'd be surprised, I must admit, Daniel, and that's nothing against Luke McCowan, because I think he's a cracking player. At 27, is he the type that I think Brendan Rodgers would go for? Probably not, if I'm being honest. I think he would be looking at younger midfielders. But listen, Luke McCowan, I've only seen him live maybe a few times last season, highlights started this season. I know he was really, I know James McPate quite well, and he really rates him, tried to get him to Dunfermline a couple of seasons ago and stuff like that. So, and he's clearly took his game to another level. I mean, we know Hibs are bidding for him. I think there's clubs in England are looking at him as well. He's taking on the responsibility of the captaincy. Tony Docherty has been brilliant for him, and giving him that and making him a mainstay in the team. Right at the heart of his team, because when he was younger he did play wide, but he's turned into this cultured central midfielder. So I think he'll definitely get a move. Will it be to Celtic? I would doubt it. Listen, I might be wrong, but I would doubt it.
I think Mark Fairfield written in, watching live on YouTube, he says Cowan is a good player but never going to be first choice for Celtic.
Paul, well, could you imagine the reaction? There's Matt O'Reilly of
25 million.
25 million, but it's all right, boys. We've brought in
Luke McCowan for $500,000
captain
to Dundee for
no.
Paul McElwee, McCowan is a decent player and would improve under Rodgers. Dean Hurrell, McCowan would be a great signing in my opinion. You touched on it there, Keith. I think no doubt he's a good player, but Celtic fans would want a bit more in terms of an O'Reilly replacement. And one name that's been doing the rounds as well is Augsburg's Arne Engles. And any football hipsters might know that he's a name that's definitely been touted about as a potential Bundesliga star for the last couple of years. He's only 20.
Mm-hmm.
The reports today on Record Sport Online from reports across Germany, he's allegedly told friends that he would be quite fancy a Celtic move. The other team that's meant to be in for him is Rennes, and Celtic obviously have the Champions League. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to kid on it. I've seen him play, I know much about him. But on paper, he sounds like he could be a really good signing if Celtic can pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
I'd be lying if I said I knew enough about him. I'd tell you what, though, for Celtic to spend £900,
that'd be good, though.
9 million on the boy, he'd need to be really good. He'd need to be really convinced, and that's not to say that's not the case. But they have to be looking, and Brendan Rodgers kind of admitted already that no matter how much money they've got, no matter how much scouting they do, the bottom line is if they lose Matt O'Reilly, they're really going to struggle to find a player, recruit a player that will give them all the qualities that Matt O'Reilly does. So it's about sharing the burden a little bit, I would have thought.
The other thing is that they'll obviously sign a replacement for O'Reilly, and he'll cost money. So that's your first choice 3 in midfield if you sign an O'Reilly replacement. You've then got Bernardo behind that. You've got Odin Thiago Holm, who was highly rated, a bit like the Belgian boy, really highly rated before he came. He's only his early 20s, so there is other players there. And when you talk about McCowan in particular, you touched on it there. Is he going to play? I don't doubt he would get in there and do a good job.
Well, if Matt O'Reilly stays, he's just going to. He might as well get a season ticket to Celtic Park for all the football he's going to get.
Yeah, 5th or 6th choice midfielder. So I'm not sure. Certainly, if O'Reilly goes, a midfielder will come in to go straight into the team. I would imagine. I don't think Brendan Rodgers would think Bernardo's the direct